All right, Alexa, thank you. 7:32 right now. The drone drama continues as more sightings reported over the weekend across our area. Senator Chuck Schumer calling on the feds to deploy a special detection system to get to the bottom of the sightings.
It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's a drone. We've seen lots of recent sightings in New York, New Jersey, Long Island, Staten Island. So it's remarkable, with all these sightings over the last while, why do we have more questions than answers? If the technology exists for a drone to make it up into the sky, there certainly is the technology that can track the craft with precision and determine what the heck is going on.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas confirmed the drone sighting, said the feds are deploying additional resources to help New Jersey law enforcement address that issue. So joining us this morning is Ocean County Sheriff Michael Mastronardi, who's been tracking the sighting since they first began weeks ago. Sheriff, great to have you here. Appreciate you being here to talk about this.
Good morning.
And let's talk about it, because I saw it myself, and it's just a kind of a wild scene out there, because it's not just one or two. I mean, I think I counted 7 at once. But, you know, the feds were casting doubt on the sightings. Now we're hearing something different from the Homeland Security, including this additional resources headed your way, right? So what does that look like? What's the additional resources?
Well, we haven't seen them yet. I mean, I'm sure they're on site with all the attention that's been generated, but, you know, they haven't told the locals, whether it be local police departments or our office. So we'll wait for, you know, this is their lane, so we're trying to stay in our lane. Our lane is to try to decipher what's real, what's not real, and documenting, and then share it with our federal partners. So what we do here is we try to confirm things that we believe could be possible drones or objects in the sky. And then we try to convince people, and it's getting difficult sometimes to convince somebody that's a plane going over your house, as we have our radar out there.
But have some of them been drones?
We believe, yes, they have.
But we don't know if they're all connected or if they just could be random owners in the neighborhoods. Right?
This does not appear to be random owners, not at all. These trips are way too big, travel way too fast. You know, we have an active drone program here. We've had it for years. And these things are much bigger than our drones, much more expensive than our drones. So who's ever doing this is not a hobbyist.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine the frustration of folks not knowing what exactly this is. And Governor Phil Murphy, Governor Kathy Hochul, they've been requesting that the feds deploy a special detection system called the Robin. Are you familiar with what that is exactly?
No, but I'm researching it, as well as I'm researching our government doing extensive expenditures out there with various companies to do drone technology. You know, one thing that we feel is that obviously this is generating a lot of interest, so I think this will change. We don't feel the laws have kept up with technology, and it's something that has to be done. You remember before 23, drones couldn't fly at night.
Right.
And now they allow them at night, which is these drones only come out between basically 6 and 11.
Yeah, no, I mean, the sun goes down and they are out. So let me ask you this, Sheriff, because there's so many people, you said you were tracking them, and they don't appear to be a hobbyist, that's because they're larger and everything else. What have you seen, right? And the questions keep coming up for folks of why can't you shoot it out of the sky? Why can't you follow it to where it lands? What's the answer to those two questions in particular?
Well, to follow it is our drones go 40 miles an hour. My officers have recorded these drones going 60, 70 miles an hour. So we're not going to be able to follow it, number one. The other thing is it's illegal. We tell people don't shoot, you know, you have to be responsible. That's what we're trying to calm people down, calm this hysteria down. Let's get the facts. I would hope that the federal government learns that they have to do a little bit better on communication, not only with the citizens, but also with you know, federal legislature, whether it be senators or congressmen. I think they need to keep them in the loop so that we can inform the public what's really happening. Obviously, this is someone with a lot of resources, much more than we have at the local level. And that's why we need some assistance and, again, some information. Listen, we don't need to know top secrets. I don't think that anybody wants that. But we do need to know when somebody just says, don't worry about it. It's a little upsetting, and then try to convince you that what you see is not what you see. So, you know, we invite them down, we take a look at what we have, and we just want to document what we have. We know our mission. Our mission is to work with our federal partners who want to do that. but we also want some candid information, not details, just like, hey, this is our project. Don't worry, we got everything under control.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to worry about it when you don't know exactly what it is, right? So how many drones have you actually seen or sightings have there been in your area, and have they caused any interference, like with local aircraft in New Jersey, like they did on Friday at Stewart Airport?
We have not had that. Unfortunately, over the weekend on Friday night, we did have somebody pointing lasers from the county up at planes. So, there's all different, that has to be something local, nothing to do with this. But we respond with the FAA and try to assist them in any way we can. The fact of the matter is that last night, checking with our officers working the detail, that there were no reports.
Yeah.
There was one report came into the 911 center in Jackson, I believe.
So, in all your experience, right, what do you think, Sheriff Mastronardi, what do you think is actually happening in the skies over your community that could help kind of calm, you mentioned the word hysteria, right? And that's what happens. It's something like this is talked about so much that people believe that they're actually seeing a bunch more that they're actually seeing. But there is something going on. I saw it firsthand. So what are you telling folks, and what do you believe is actually happening?
Well, as I said, whoever it is has a lot of resources. The concern is that nobody has seen them take off or land. How's that possible? We're a very populated state. It's not like you're in the middle of nowhere. So the fact of the matter, nobody has seen them either come or land is troublesome. But if it's our government that's doing it, they got good technology.
And last we're out of time. There was this idea last week when we had the mayor of Middletown on that there might have been this ship, this mothership off the coast of New Jersey somewhere. Has that been debunked? I mean, you'd be able to find a ship pretty quickly.
Yeah.
When we got the report of 50 drones off of Island Beach last week, the first thing my officers did was take a picture of both the air radar that was the current and the ship radar. There was one ship, and I want to say it was Honduran. We communicated that over to our federal authorities.
Understood.
Yeah. This is all very surreal. It's like the makings of a movie. Sheriff Mastronardi, thank you so much for taking the time with us this morning.
Thank you.
Hopefully they figure this out real soon.
Keep us posted.
Oh, my goodness.